Morning. Can't even see. Yo, old age is a bad thing. Kiki. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Quick live. I haven't come along in a very long time to speak on anything, but this is a quick live. Good morning, Yulandine. Good morning, good morning. Somebody said skin. Yes. All right. So let me wait for the life to build up a little bit more. Sometimes I don't even know where to start. But let me start from YouTube baby. Let me start from what I actually came to talk about. Tag Mercy Hospital. Yes, let me make sure I miss nothing. Mercy Hospital. I should say Mercy Nursing Home. Alexa, like I didn't sleep all night. No, I slept. So I just didn't want to come and speak on this. I wanted to send you guys like pictures and videos and voice recordings and these things. I wanted to play that. But if I do that, then the nursing home will know which one of the nurses I got it from. So let me tell you something. If you have a family that is staying at the Mercy has this private nursing home for old people in Vryslus. Yeah, Vryslus on the East Coast. If you have a family that is staying there, if your mom or your aunt, your father, your uncle, anybody is staying there, Karen Dukram, good morning, sweetie. Anybody that is staying there, you need to tag them because y'all need to listen to this. Listen, it is amazing. Maria Mars, good morning. Good morning if you're now joining the live. Tabik Innis room and you have family in there, oh my God. Tambik Innis, if you have any old person, your old age mother or father that is staying in that facility, then y'all need to listen to this. Like I said, I wanted to come, I wanted to post videos, I wanted to post the pictures, I wanted to post what's happening at that nursing home. But I can't, because if I do that, I'm afraid that the nurse will lose her job. The nurses will lose their jobs if I do that, because then they'll be able to pinpoint which nurse sent me this, which one of the nurse sent me that, because it's a group. The nurse, and this is not just one person. I think some of the nurses are fed up and they honestly want to do their job, and they want the family of these old people that are staying in that home, these senior citizens that are staying in that home, to know what is going on without losing their job. They're giving your family wrong medication, right? Nurses said on many occasions they have to resuscitate some of these senior citizens back after this new matron. They have some new matron by the name of Glasgow. Her name is Glasgow. She's the matron. She hiring her family and friends that knows nothing about taking care of these senior citizens, nothing about giving them their medication. I have my mom there while I'm listen to Auntie. Get your family out of there. Listen, tag somebody. Hello? Hello? This is she. Who is this? What are you calling about? You're calling from what? Yes, you are. But can I call you? But I call you back because I'm in the middle of something. Or can you call back? Okay, no problem. Call me back in an hour. Yes. Why these companies just hire these people that you don't even understand what they say? Anyways, so I'm saying to you, if you have a family, I see somebody just text and say that they're in the US while their mom is there. But this is a senior citizen home, and this is a, mind you, this is a private senior citizen home where families are paying $250,000 to up to $400,000 a month. They have these people in, fine, they have them in a room, 4 of them in a room. I don't have no problem with 4 or you putting 2 old people in a room together. You know, sometimes the company they get off with one another stuff. I have no problem with them sharing. I have no problem with them sharing rooms. But my thing is how these people are being treated. So the matron that is there, she's a new matron. Apparently she got the old matron fired. So this is a new matron. She's in charge by the name of Glasgow. Miss Glasgow, this is not it. By the name of Glasgow, she's hiring her friends, fair enough, hiring her friends and family. They know nothing about taking care of these senior citizens. They've been giving them wrong medication. She herself have been giving them wrong medication. Nurses are now questioning whether or not she's even qualified to have their job because they're nurses, and whenever she's running a floor or running a ward, it's always some issue as it relates to these senior citizens medication. And so they're wondering now, where is she qualified? Where how did Mercy Hospital or the owner, the CEO of Mercy, how did he come about hiring her? What was the criteria? Is this woman qualified to run a ward? Not only that, if you see the condition of these people, the Pampers leaving on them all day, 12 hours, whole day, whole night. The nurses are not changing the Pampers. It wet, it soak. I received one picture. If you see the bed sore on these people because they're not changing the Pampers, they're not turning them, they're not, like, when I say bed sore, y'all ever see what bed sore on old people look like in the box? All in the box full of bed sore. The Pampers, some of the nurses when they go in the morning, whole night, whoever working the night shift, not changing the Pampers soak till all the bed wet up. The nurses, some of the nurses that are working there, when y'all send food and y'all send ensure and all these things for y'all family at that facility, the nurses them fetching it home. Some of them, because these nurses that reach out to me to complain, they actually care and they actually want management to do better. So whoever's in charge, the CEO of Mercy Hospital that have that private senior citizen home located in Vryslus, y'all better get y'all act together. If you get any family in them, I suggest you move them now. Somebody saying, what is the name of the institution? Hold on. I know that I know Mercy is Mercy Hospital. Private, is a private facility. It's for old age people. Let me get the name. Oh my God. Here, I'm watching these videos. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, it's Mercy Residence Care. It's Mercy Residence Care. So it's Mercy Residence Care located in Vryslus. That's on Vryslus is on the East Coast. The owner, the CEO of Mercy Residence Care. Your matron Glasgow and your friends ill-treating the senior citizens, right? They're giving them wrong medications. And I think even some of the senior citizens are complaining, but they keep telling the people, family, oh, they send all the distance. So when y'all carry y'all ensure and y'all milk and all these things for them to give these senior citizen food or to take care of these old people or to look them after, them and the family fetching it out. Now, somebody said my grandmother passed away at the same place. Girl, let me tell you something. If y'all are not in the business, I cannot show the video, Caesar. If I showed, I can't show. I won't know which one to show, which one of the videos or the picture to show. And like I said when I came on this live, I cannot show the videos and I cannot show the picture, because if I do, then they will know which nurse it come from. They will know which nurse it come from. So I can't. Because apparently, like, the nurses would from time to time do videos and pictures and all kind of things. So I can't show the nurses them what they sent to me. Yeah, Vryslus, I got it. So I can't show what the nurses would have what they would have sent to me. But it's crazy. When they're exchanging shift and those things, them and even changing the shift. One nurse said one time she come and meet one of the patient, pamper soaked with mess, feces. Yo. That's why my grandmother said let she die at home, those people wicked. And I now understand why, and exactly my thing. Why we refuse to put my grandmother in a home. We're not doing it because these people do not care. We understand that all. We understand. And I don't blame family for putting I don't blame family for putting like their parents in certain nursing home, because sometimes it's a good thing. When they're older, you know, they get the company with them, they get to play, they have somebody that is there with them all the time to talk with them, to play with them. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. But I just don't understand why because at that age, sometimes at that age, especially a lot of them that are going, like my grandmother is, she suffers with dementia. It's hard. It's hard to look them after, because you have to constantly be with them. They don't remember who you are. You have to constantly telling them who you are. It's hard because, and I would know because I have a grandmother with that right now, and you understand, and she's at home, so you literally have to take care of them at home. So it's when you have to go to her, I know that people work and they gotta go to a job and them kind of thing, but paying $400,000 a month for you look after me mother, and there's the condition that y'all get me mother in, or my grandmother in, or my family in, it's ridiculous. Elder abuse is heartbreaking to see. Family needs to go and check, but you remember now, sometimes some of those family live here in the US. Sometimes the mom or the father don't want to come to the list. You know, some of these old people stubborn. They stay all the time. They want to die home. They want to go home and die. They love the country. They want to go and die. It's just that, you know. So basically what this home is doing is just taking people money to look after these old people and not doing anything. Somebody said, inbox me, Melly. You and I will do the editing. I'm a professional editor. Who is that? Lynette, I will see what we can do. And I can, because I want, like telling y'all is not enough. I want y'all to see what is happening at that nursing home. And it's it's very expensive. And some of them, when their family pays the $250, that doesn't include food. They now have family bringing your food, like your daily food for you, like what you want to eat. Like, I don't know if they do it weekly, and the nurses, let me find out, and the nurses prepare it. how the yeah. Did they draw this to the owner attention? So apparently some of the nurses are scared to approach the owner, or I don't know if they have the opportunity to see the owner, because the only person they get to talk to is the matron Glasgow, whatever her name is, and whenever they talk to her, she either gets them fired, or but they're not allowed to see anyone. I don't know who's in charge of the nursing home. But if you are the CEO, or you're the owner of a nursing home, then you're supposed to be checking. I know the matron works for you. You just can't want to take people money. You sit at home and leave these people in the. I mean, they're nurses. They're supposed to be professional nurses and stuff that are qualified to take care of these people. But if you're the owner of a nursing home, you don't just sit back and allow these people and to run your nursing home, and you collecting 400K a month from these people, and you know what's going on in your nursing home. The beating up patients, the ill-treating these old people, they're changing the pampers, the lie down in urine and mess for hours upon hours, while the nurses them sleeping on the people bed. We're working the night shift. Okay, so they're saying that there's a kitchen there where, and Marcy usually hire the cooks to prepare the meal. But the residents are also complaining that the meals are horrible. Somebody saying most time they are not professional registered nurse. So some of them, their family would carry in extra stuff to keep in their room to feed them. Okay, so the old people complain the food are horrible. You understand? So what she's saying, Marcy have a kitchen there. They hire cooks to prepare food for them. The food is horrible. It's dark food they're giving these old people to eat. So they say when the residents complain, some of them, their family would carry in extra stuff so that they can keep in the room in order to feed them, in order for them to eat. Nursing. So hold on, I'm reading. So when these people leave these, okay, so when the family take these stuff, Melly Mel, somebody say $80 a fortnight. Tabik Innis, Romance, inbox me, Melly, we can talk. So, okay, so she say, most of the nurses don't be feeding these people. Nurses be throwing away the people food instead of taking time to feed them. Wow. So when so basically they don't take the time to feed it. So here's my thing. I think that these nurses who are, I don't even think that they're professional nurses. I don't even think they want the job. They probably just want the money, but they don't care about these people, because you could be throwing away these old people food when the family bring it for them, just because you don't, obviously some of them can't feed themselves. Just because they don't feel like feeding them, they be throwing away the food. Or some of them eating out the food. Some of them taking away the stuff home. Yo, it is crazy. Anyway, this is just a reminder. I don't know if you have Marcy Residence Care. For those of you that are asking which nursing home is it, Marcy Residence Care. So if you have any family there, or you're thinking about putting your family, Marcy, whoever is the CEO of Marcy, this is not good. You can't collecting people money, and then you get a matron there that don't know how to take care of these people, not qualified to do so, giving people wrong medication. The actual nurses them have to be resuscitating these people. And then when these nurses complain about her to other people, they are getting fired because they're complaining about her attitude and how she's running the place. So is this person even qualified? Is this matron even qualified? What are her qualifications? Because now, based on how many wrong medications she has given in the past to these senior residents, nurses now are now questioning whether she's even qualified for this job. Yeah, they take home the people think that's what the nurse is saying. They just carry home the people think when y'all carry y'all nice insurance for y'all family that's staying here. The nurses them taking it home. So it's one of two things. Mercy Hospital, St. Joseph Mercy Hospital, whoever it is that running that private home, is one of two things y'all need to do now. Is either y'all start installing cameras in these nursing homes so that you can see what these nurses are doing, or you hire other people. Somebody said, Melly, we had a wonderful manager. Hold on. The comments going so fast. Somebody was saying that they were once hired there. So this is what I come to talk. So Mercy Hospital, St. Joseph Mercy Hospital, is one of two things. Y'all either get down to Mercy Residence Home now. That's the name. Let me make sure. Mercy Residence Care. That's the name of the home. So either y'all get down to Mercy Residence Care and y'all get it right, or I'm gonna start uploading videos and pictures. And I'm really not trying to get these nurses fired, so that you guys can see, so that the public can see what your nursing home looks like and how your matron and some of the nurses that are taking care of these senior citizens, while you collect $250,000 to $400,000 a month for one of these citizens, the public will see how the soap dirty pampers that y'all don't change them, that y'all get them in. The public will see exactly how y'all are running that nursing home. Because y'all gotta be evil and wicked, and the nurses that are working there, if you don't want the job, you don't want to look after these old people, why y'all taking the job? If you're gonna go on the job and sleep on the people's bed and them kind of thing, and not take care of them, not give them the right medication, don't take the job. You're being paid to look these people after, not ill-treat them. If y'all don't like them, if that's not your thing, if nursing is not your thing, then don't take the job. And somebody is saying, and people who needs nursing job and elderly care job, they are not hiring. No, but they're hiring these nurses that don't give a shit about y'all family and ill-treating y'all family. Get them lie down in pampers and mess for hours, 12 hours and 15 hours, and even bathing them. All the people powder and all kind of thing they carrying home for the family, they stealing it. The residents them ensure that the family sending for them, they taking it and they carrying it home. It's crazy. In the US, they would be, yeah. It's crazy. Like, listen, I wake up and this long lady was texting me since last night, and I was going through the message this morning. I just going through them. I remember watching this video, and I was like, this is how they have these people. Like, they're worse than the Palms is nasty. Don't get me wrong. The Palms is nasty. And I would have, even though I shared those photos and all of what the Palms look like and how these old people, they get no soap, they get no food, where they're eating dark food. The Palms is nasty. Y'all see the condition this oil-rich government get them old people in? My God. The toilet. It is sickening. This government literally get people, you know, those things that you put on the bed so that they don't wet, so that when they're sleeping, if they urine and the urine comes out the pampers, it doesn't soak the mattress or so. This is what them old people tying up at the palms and using as pampers, because them ain't get none. Well, I assure you, Melly Mel, if they are being caught, they will be dismissed. Yeah, but they will be dismissed, but you're dismissing them, but what are you going to do to change what's happening at the facility? Because you're going to dismiss them if they are caught. Because so clearly the place have no camera and all these kind of things. So how if they're being caught, how do you know who's who? How are you preventing this? How is Mercy preventing this from happening at their private home again? What are they doing? What do beds look like? What are they doing about these senior citizen condition? Because for $250,000 to $400,000 a month, y'all better be looking after my whoever in there for me damn good. And that's for one person. When this live done, management will call a meeting with all the nurses who send the video. And that is why I'm not showing it. So they got to figure out who sent the videos. That's why I'm not showing the videos on the live. And yes, Mercy Residence Hospital, I will know if y'all do anything at all. I will know if anything was done at all. Or if y'all even attempt. And if they don't, I will come back on live and I will advise I will get every single patient name that is in your nursing home, and I will have their family remove them. So y'all best get it right. Yeah, but Mercy don't play to fire people. Yes, but the matter is not just firing them. Because when you fire when you fire the matron Glasgow, she still gets your friends working there. She still get other nurses working there. That's her favorite. That is eat all the people think that sleep on the bed. She don't tell them nothing because that's her friends. They're her body friends. So what happens then? The person needs to delete all texts already on that baby. Me and these nurses don't coordinate. Me and these nurses already coordinate. They can't find nothing, nobody phone. I know y'all get a habit now when Melly Mel getting y'all going to work. Hello, first of all, no work. Wasn't supposed to be taking y'all phone. Let me just get that. Let me just get that out of the way. No, nowhere that's your private property. Since when it's okay for y'all to start for these places for businesses and institutions and organizations and these things to start collecting people's personal cell phone? Since when that is okay? So no, they are not allowed to take anybody's phone. Those are people's personal possession. You take what phone? Check what phone? And anytime they fire any of those nurses that would have sent me those things, I'm uploading all. Anytime they fire any one of those nurses, because these are the nurses that you should be firing, Mercy. These are the nurses that you should be keeping, because these are the nurses that actually care about your institution and actually care about these senior citizens and actually care about what's happening for them, because they could only care about what's happening for them in order to reach out to me to make it public so that you can do something with it, because clearly they can't get a hold of the CEO or the person in charge because of this matron. So that's the reason why they would have reached out to me. So these are not the nurses that y'all need to be firing. These are the nurses that actually care about what happened to those people what happened to those senior citizens in your nursing home. They actually care. Yes, Mercy. And maybe you want to pay these nurses better. You understand, since you're collecting 400,000 and them kind of thing per person, maybe you should consider paying these nurses a better wage, so that they can ensure that your institution is run well and this don't happen again. Because if you pay your nurses well, you pay your matron well, then they will do their jobs. But you can't want to give me 115 and 20,000 for sit down there and watch how much senior citizen and work an 8-hour shift or a 12-hour shift, and you're giving me $120,000 a month. This rent alone, Mercy Hospital. Maybe you should consider paying these nurses better, because if they're not being paid, if they're not being paid, then they're just sitting doing the job just because they need the money. They don't really care about the job. They don't really care about the job. Plus, you're paying them for you're paying them the stress that they got to go through. You're paying them enough for it. Somebody saying they don't want to raise the nurse salary. Good. And as long as y'all continue to not raise the nurse's salary, this is what is going to happen. Somebody saying about home health aid license. I see Ronald. These comments coming so quick I can't catch. Can't catch it. I gotta go back through it. Somebody saying it's better to keep your elderly members at home. Yeah, but sometimes not everybody can afford to keep their mom and dad at home. Not everybody can afford to do that because they gotta work, they gotta go out. Some of these people, you can't leave them alone. Some, like my grandmother, we can't leave her alone. Somebody needs to be with her at all times. And that's the problem. Somebody needs to always be there. And that is why a lot of these people take these elder folks to these nursing home, because it's 24 hour, it's 27 around the clock clear, and there's always somebody there to watch them. Some of these people can't be left alone. Somebody saying it's not just that they're being underpaid, there's no proper training. That too. Because from after they're giving these old people wrong Medicaid. Oh, the home have to have a license. It falls under the Ministry of Health. So Ronald Austin is saying that I'm sure it does. These home, this senior citizen home would have had to have a license, and it falls under the Ministry of Health. Ministry of Health, well, we know Frank ain't really care nothing. Ain't even making sense tagging the Ministry of Health. Frank just don't care. Frank ain't care. Frank ain't ever been care. Frank ain't care when he went at culture. Frank still ain't care that health. Frank don't care about a soul. Frank don't care. Frank really, to be frank, Frank really don't care about doing his job. So we don't even bother with Frank. What we could hope work now is that me calling out the nursing home hopefully put some pressure on the CEO, the owner of the Mercy Residence Care in Vicelas. Hopefully we put some kind of pressure on them, and they do better, and they decide to pay the nurse better, whatever. It's a private institution, even though it falls under the Ministry of Health. So this is the best I can do. I can just come and tell you, don't send your mother or your father there. If you're looking for a nursing home or a senior citizen care home, that is not the one. Don't do it until they can get their shit together. A person would keep me parents at home. Well, not all of us are afforded that, that luxury of being able to keep our senior citizens at home with us, to live with us. So I suggest that Mercy, y'all start putting cameras in those nursing home, and y'all start just going in and checking on these. Have somebody just go in and checking on these senior citizens to make sure that these nurses are changing their pampers regular, are feeding them, taking care of them, ensuring that they eat. So Ronald is saying the home falls under the Health Facilities Licensing Act. There are serious remedies for serious remedies for that under the law if the people in charge are interested. I'm sure. Well, what about recertification and spot checks? That too, I think that the owner should start doing spot checks. Not only that, I'm hoping that everybody that he's hiring, or everybody that they're hiring, because I guess it's the matron hiring these people, I would hope that they're qualified. I would hope that she's qualified, because from what I'm hearing, they don't even think that she's qualified. Somebody said Mercy Hospital should live up to their name and show their nurses some mercy. What Mercy Hospital doing these nurses? They're not paying them good. Where's the salary? Let me find it. Where's the salary? Where's Mercy Hospital salary? Somebody from Mercy. Where's the salary like? Let me ask one of the nurses. Finding out now. Okay, they're saying that they can't put camera in the home. It's against patient privacy. Ah. Oh my God. So listen, I understand now why some of these nurses don't care. So they are getting $116,000 a month for a 12-hour shift. Hold on, let me ask them how much it... Hold on. So y'all hear this here. So you charging, so Mercy Hospital, you are charging $250,000 to $400,000 per patient at your facility. Your facility is packed. And you are paying these nurses or these home health aid that are supposed to be looking after these people $116,000 a month for a 12-hour shift. This is not an 8-hour shift. This is a 12-hour shift they're doing. This is Guyana. A 12-hour shift. Hold on. So I'm asking how many people they are, how much of these senior citizens they're watching. So sometimes a 12-hour shift. Listen to this. Mercy Hospital. No. Jesus. So listen to Kiki. Kiki? She can't hear me. Come on. Kiki? I get big now. I really can't see without my glasses. And it's blurry. Look now. So here now. And when nurses that many times. Wow. Hold on. Let me get the details for y'all. How's the clock up there? Yeah, on Facebook. The black and white clock lady. I can't see news one for.
Then I told you.
I don't like, yeah. It's up all
I tell you, this walk by.
Hello, people could hear you.
You got for what you call it, buy more than one, cause it is done. It's done good.
All right. Hold on, I'm getting all the details for y'all. So, Alex, you don't study though. We talking about we talking about these senior citizens now at Mercy Residence Care. So, they're paying these nurses, these home health aid and these nurses $116,000 a month for a 12-hour shift. Let me ask how much days a week. So the facility have about 60 senior citizens there, right? The facility have about 6. You sure is so much, Melly Mel? I think it's less, Melly. That place in a state, I'm glad you're addressing it. Ever so often I have nurses calling me from there to complain. The management system is very poor. My God. Good morning, John, saying, watching from Toronto. Shout out to everybody watching from Canada. Okay. So, hold on. So these people working a 12-hour shift for $116,000 a month. She's saying, so one nurse or one home health aide is watching 7 or more person at a time. So listen to this. $116,000 a month. Right? Some of these home health aid nurses are watching 7 patients at a time. Or more. She says sometimes more. When when nurses are absent, because you gotta cater for call out for nurses getting sick and all these things. So when nurses are absent, sometimes 2 nurses are running the entire facility. Mind you, this nursing home have 60 or more senior residents. 60 or more senior residents. When nurses call out sick, when 1 and 2 nurses call out, sometimes it's 2 of them alone running the entire facility, checking on all these patients, changing all 60 of them Pampers, ensuring all 60 of them get the medication, checking in on some of them. That is mercy. What? This is crazy. This is crazy. Mercy Hospital. Yeah, you come to the front of the class. So, Mercy never say we calculating you money, right? But we calculating y'all money because y'all very disrespectful to these nurses. And you see, I understand now. I understand why these nurses in looking after these people, I am paying them enough for the job that y'all want them to do. Mercy have no mercy at all. Somebody saying no lies told. Somebody saying that's why the patients have to be in dirty clothes and dirty Pampers all the time because one nurse can't. But how is one nurse taking care of all these people, 7 patients at a time or more? And that is every day. When nurses call out sick, let me say 2 nurses call out sick. Let me say 2 or 3 nurses call out sick one time. Is 1 or 2 nurses running the entire facility? That is crazy. So you mean to tell me that this nursing home have no system in place? If nurses call out, you could call somebody to come and take a shift, work a shift. Like you get 2 nurses or a couple nurses on standby, or you have enough nurses to cover shift if, like what? And y'all paying $400 and $200 and $300 and $400,000 a month for y'all family stay at this facility? And they never get nurse to take care of them? This robbery? Hello? That is crazy. So let me do 60 multiplied by 400,000 a month. Hold on. $60 multiplied by 400,000 a month. Let me don't even do 400,000. Let me say the cheapest. Let me say 60 multiplied by 2. Let me say 300,000 because some display 250, some display 300, some display 400,000 a month. Let me do in between. Let me do 300,000 a month. To be fair to Mercy, 300,000 a month multiplied by 60. That's $18 million a month, right? So this private facility making, and probably more than $18 million a month. And you can't pay your staff to look after these people? Between $18 to $24 million a month is what this facility is getting every month. 18 to 24, because some is more. Some are paying 400,000, some paying 250, some paying 300,000. It all depends according to the nurses. It depends on what you're paying for your family. If you're just paying them to just stay there, it's 250 and you carry the food, or you feed them, sometimes it's 300, 400,000 is where they have the chef. Let me say you gotta pay a cook, let me say, clearly y'all ain't get enough nurse. Because it's like about, I don't know, about 5 or 6 or how much nurse probably y'all get hired. Y'all get one matron. Let me say you got pay the cook. Let me say you got pay light bill, water bill. Clearly y'all ain't pay enough water bill because y'all don't even pay them old people. According to these nurses. And you don't pay them. So y'all ain't pay no big water bill there. Y'all don't pay them. Jesus Christ. Okay. So now the nurses are explaining here too. The nurse at Matron Glasgow can't call when nurses call out sick. She can't call nobody to work because she don't treat nobody. The nurses them that actually work, she talk to them anyhow, treat them anyhow. So when your favorite nurse them call out and don't want to come to work, they don't come out either. Because you don't treat them, so they don't want to take no extra shift. Plus you're paying them, you don't paying them no money, you don't paying them no kind of money. So what are they coming out for? And you making millions and giving me $116,000 a month for a 12-hour shift? That is crazy. This is real cruelty. Somebody saying the next topic should be the private schools. I'm coming to the private schools. Let me talk about it. Coming to the private schools soon. Oh, the nurse said you can't call her out on anything. If you talk to her about anything, if you complain about another nurse not changing the patient pampers on time or steady enough, if it's a nurse that she like, you get fired. The one nurse said they know at least 3 or 4 times where she give person wrong medications. Wow. Mercy. Let me find out if NIS is come out. They pay in NIS. Hold on. Cause a lot of them don't pay NIS in Guyana. I thought they say Guyana getting better and people living in nice. Girl. Yo, it is crazy. So what this shows is that these private facilities and the private sector really and truly don't, like, they don't care about their workers. Yeah, she said the 116,000 is after NIS. So they said the pay in NIS because enough of them they said the pay in NIS, like Sheriff Security and Sheriff Hospital and stuff. They don't pay no NIS. They tell you all the pay in NIS and then they don't be paying NIS for these workers. Especially if they're bringing in the Cubans and stuff, they don't be paying NIS for them. They don't be paying no NIS. Somebody is saying I would love to hear from family members that have one here, that have loved ones there. Anyway, I gave you all the message. That's what I came to speak on about the senior citizen home in Vryslus, which is being owned and operated by Mercy Hospital. The underpaying the nurses there. Mercy, you know, Mercy on the nurses there. 16-hour shift, 116,000 a month. One nurse looking after 7 or more patients. 7 is the least. So they're looking after 7 or more patients. This facility got 60 or more senior citizens living there. They're collecting between $250,000 to $400,000 a month. They're not changing the pampers on time. The nurses not feeding them. When the family bring the food, they're throwing it away because I'm guessing some of them are not able to eat on their own. So instead of the nurses feeding them, the nurses throwing away the stuff. when they showing it away, some of them fetching it and carrying it home. And I could understand why they carried it home. Because you pay me $116,000 a month. And I really can't make it to your work. I ain't get food in my house because you $116,000, $100,000 rent alone. And what doing with 16,000 is passage? How are eating? Einstein is right. But I understand why the nurse is fetching home the food, because for 116,000, I can't buy nothing to eat. Mercy Hospital. I can't feed my family. So you see how this thing is a cycle? It's crazy. Anyways, I came to speak on that. I'll try to come back live at least 2 more times in because there's a few things I want to speak on. I want to speak on the president. I see they just launched their oil conference. His personal what do you call it? His personal business shakedown. Because it's not an oil conference. It's just basically where he shakes down these foreign companies and these oil and gas companies, literally bully them into taking part and paying the money to him so that he can make millions of dollars every year in this oil and gas conference. And then they pretend as though they're putting people to speak about the oil and gas. Man, I'm going to come back and tell y'all about that. We can talk about that probably tomorrow. Let me go and get the layout and everything for y'all. Let me put it together and so I could tell y'all about this oil conference, aka the president personal business shakedown. It's like shaking down business in a diplomatic way. Basically robbing business in a basically robbing the oil and gas sector and these oil and gas businesses and stuff in a smarty way. Because in an oil and gas conference, y'all see any regular body at this oil and gas conference? Poor people is at this oil and gas conference. Just get poor people. Just get any place where you could go and sign up to work with these oil and gas companies and stuff, where you could pitch ideas and things that you want to do, staffing and all these things. No, that is not no oil and gas conference. That is the president's personal shakedown. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Okay? Mercy Hospital. Y'all gonna get it right. I'm going to come back and give y'all an update. Let me hear what happened today, because I don't know confusion going on there right now at the house. At the nursing home, right? The one who send war, who say war. People don't call in and making call. They can call a big meeting just now. So everybody can call in for a meeting just now. You know, they like call meeting and the one who phone, and if they find out who send one, you know how this normally do it. So I can come back later in the week and give y'all an update as to what happened. Okay? So we'll talk. Thanks for joining.